Hey, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on back if you're returning, and welcome on in if you are new. This is your first time visiting. Hey, how you doing? Hopefully everybody is great. How are the OGs doing? If you've been here rocking with the girl, hey. I appreciate you both, whatever category you fall in. But for the newbies, this channel is centered in love. I am Nettie. Again, I channel messages from spirit, the spirit realm, the whole of it: God, source, universe, ancestors, crossed over loved ones, the whole nine. But we operate in light and in love only over here. So darkness is not something that we dibble in. We're not going to be talking heavily about people and the negative aspects of life, perceivably negative aspects of life, except with regard to how it is just a part of the contrast and isness of life. That's it. That's all. And we're just going to be guided by spirit. That is what we do. And the objective is to catapult and transform this collective energy to the most sacred version of yourself that transcends in love by way of self love. Anyway, now that that's out the way, and I hope that everybody is fabulous because I am, we got these messages that's before us. Welcome on in to the other side of this solar eclipse and full moon energy. How you love that? How you feeling? How you living? It would be I like to see and know how you actually doing with this energy, and if you felt it, if you felt any changes, let me know in the comments. If you feel like you've transformed in any way, what decisions you've made to actually change your current predicament and begin going the direction that you desire to go. I'd love to hear about that. Comment below. Also, like, share, subscribe, and share this with somebody you like. Well, yeah, you like, know, and love, and feel like they could benefit from the message. It's not a message for everybody, but also make sure you're only taking what fits. If it does not resonate with you, it is not your message, and that is okay. Feel free to continue listening, but don't try to force nothing to fit. We don't force stuff around here. We let it go and we let it flow, and we allow spirit to do what spirit is gonna do. So anyway, I'm asking like how everybody is feeling because it has been such an interesting energy that I feel collectively. There are a number of different things that are going on for a number of different people, and not all of them feel really great. But the good news is that on my side of the world, where Spirit is giving me the collective messages for us, it's all good. It's all good. Um, it is all light. So when I'm saying good, I'm meaning light, forward, momentum, something that you can actually enjoy. While good is still very much the isness, and a word that we use to categorize things that make us feel better about things. It's for the human understanding to use the verbiage. But yes, it is all good. The energy is all good. But not to be mistaken with challenging things not also taking place. Okay. Because that is the contrast and the isness of life. So you can't have one without the other in some capacity. But there was a question, and I asked it somewhat already at the front of the video in reference to commenting, but Spirit has posed a question. And you can write this question down to ask yourself, and maybe you've already resolved this within yourself and made this intentional resolve for this full moon energy. What have you changed What have you changed? What things have you made up your mind will be different now that this energy is available and open to you? It is a forward momentum, progressive energy. It is an energy that is full and abundant and prosperous. It is an energy that is full of love and compassion and Spirit is saying embracing. Ah, embracing as a means. Sometimes Spirit don't say the exact thing, but I'll feel it intuitively when the word is given. But that part, kind of like a hint. And I imagine this happens with you. So let that be your sign that you hear and feel what you hear and feel. That embracing is about and is characteristic of intimacy. You're experiencing these intimate levels of change and transformation that you've not experienced before. They are actual driving catalysts to get you to the point of change that you desire to be. And the energy is so strong, it's so intense that this is your opportunity. Now, maybe we've said that we've changed in some ways, or that we were going to give up some of these same things in the past, but this is your opportunity. If you haven't really given up those things and your mind is made up right now, that is actually taking place this time around. That is actually going to be something that you be able to commit to and be disciplined about. So look forward to that. That is encouraging and that feels great. Sometimes it's not as easy as we think to give up things and to move some things around in our life. But you have to know that sometimes the harder part in the discipline of giving up things is that you are not just giving them up, but you have to replace them with something. This is not them relationships. Okay? You don't that's a little bit different. Except to the degree that you're replacing a romantic relationship. If it is time for you to close that cycle, you're replacing the intimacy and embrace of that particular relationship with a relationship with yourself, where you actually grow and nurture and love on yourself and nurture yourself back to life, loving yourself to the fullest extent possible. That part, whoever that's for. But there was another thing that Spirit is saying. This is this is the great relaxation. That does not mean that you are not doing anything at all. It does not mean that you spend the majority of your time in the bed or on the couch or not doing anything at all. You're spending more of your time tuning into Spirit and taking inspired actions, which lead to a lot of ease and a lot of flow. Spirit is going to guide you and give you. Spirit said he. It's not that there will be guidance, although there will be, but it's already started. The guidance has already started. So perhaps you felt this already. So it's not a mistake. You didn't get it wrong that you was hearing from Spirit and Spirit was telling you to do this, that, and the third. That's not a mistake. That is actually taking place. You actually did hear, but Spirit is saying that there will be significantly more guidance. You are being unlocked and moving forward in new gifting and in new areas that you have not yet explored. So, whatever you've made your mind up to, Spirit is wanting to show you more than even you have planned for. I hope that you can fully surrender to this. That's the other thing the Spirit is saying. This is catapulted and what's that word, Spirit? Cultivated and characterized by surrender. The surrender in you and of you is what gives this thing life. The more beautiful part, even, is that you're not surrendering to something that is outside of yourself. You surrendering to you, the guy that is you. You are surrendering to the things that work best for you. You are taking precedence. You are taking up space. You are owning your position in this life. You are walking and moving in confidence. You are embodying all that you are endeavoring to be, not in the future, but in the now. Spirit wants you to know that the places and things that you are desirous to arrive to, you aren't actually trying to work on something that doesn't already exist. There is a version of you that already has those things, and that version of you is leading you to those things. You're not necessarily drawing anything to you. Spirit has used this example before, and I really and truly love it because it seems like the most beautiful and clearly defined representation of what it is actually like. GPS, your navigation system. All of the world is already established. And Spirit is likening this establishment and development in the world to your hopes, dreams, aspirations, goals, and all the things that you are going to accomplish in life. What happens with you are going to travel somewhere, you put in the address in your GPS and you begin to move in the direction of the place that you are desirous to get to, your destination. The destination doesn't come to you, you move toward it. So you position yourself in the direction that gets you to your desired destination. And you don't stop moving until you get there. Rarely ever do you have a desired destination and you put it in the GPS, and the whole way you're asking, are we there yet? Nor do you stop in the middle and decide that it's taken too long and turn around and go back home. Spirit is saying, be that way with your desired destination in your life. Whatever the things are that you want to accomplish, whatever the kind of person is that you are becoming, get on route, stay on route. Every now and then you might make a little bit of detour, but as soon as Spirit kicks in and says rerouting or make a U-turn or gives you another direction to go on the path, you take that. It'll happen. But just get on your way. Get on your way. You will get there as long as you stay on your way. Along with that, rest and relaxation is a huge part that we've discussed a little bit before the GPS part. But Spirit wants you to know that there is power in your breath. There is power and health to your body and your soul, I'm hearing, and your spirit, I'm hearing, with your breath. You can soothe, you can salve a number of pain and ailment with your breath. Spirit is wanting you to and directing you toward breath work to control your temperament and your sentiment with breath work as a measure of comfort and peace and bodily satisfaction, is what I'm hearing. Throughout the day, you are more tense than you realize. We are rarely ever relaxed, honestly. If you think about the meditative state and the required relaxation when you're going into a meditative state. That is what your body needs. Your body needs to be more relaxed in that fashion more often with intention. And it'll have to be with intention because we don't often recognize that we all tight and tensed up. And that stuff is hard on your muscles. Spirit says on your fascia. Your body is composed of fascia that's wrapped around your muscles. Lord, listen, look it up. This is what I'm hearing. But that is vastly obstructed by your lack of relaxation in your body as one thing that ruins that. It is the time to get physically active if you are not. And you know if this message is for you because Spirit has already been speaking to you about it. Some of you feel it in your body, and it seems like just this desire or like a strong, intense pulling in the direction of physical fitness. Others, it's a bit more subtle, but you can hear it intuitively. Others of you, it presents as a thought. It feels like just a thought, but a thought that you haven't been able to quite shake. Many of you, it appears as an audible voice to get more active and get outside in the sun and move your body. Others of you, Spirit is showing you your ideal body as a means to say, it's time for this. Get active. Others of you, Spirit is showing you things on yourself that you are not necessarily the happiest with, but not for you to get down on yourself, but for you to see and know that you are the sculptor. You are the sculpture and the sculptor. The sculptor sculpts the sculpture. You have the ability and capacity to sculpt and mold that body in the way that you desire. Spirit will help you. Do it. Do it. It's not for nothing that Spirit is showing the collective in all of these different ways this measure of activity. Spirit will show you the fitness program that is perfect for you. And you do that. Some of you will be a personal trainer, others of you not so much. Do what you can do with what you can do it with, and Spirit will give you the means, even if that doesn't mean for you that it's right now increase in finances to be able to afford the personal trainer, but Spirit will show you a program that is either in your range or free, which is still very much in your range. Spirit will show you. Ask. You may not even have to ask just because Spirit has already been putting it in you to do. You might have actually already found somebody that you like on the internet, on YouTube, honey, because listen, YouTube alone will get you right. But yeah, take heed to that. But with this, I wasn't expecting to go all the way over there. Thank you, Spirit. But with this relaxation component in your breath work is also another thing that you can look up on YouTube. It helps you to ground and center yourself. You are centered by your very breath. When things that's why, right, a lot of times we consider there is a part in one of the Bad Boys where in counseling, Mike Lowry is having to woosah. It was Mike, right? He's having to woosah and remember his pressure points. It seems like all fun and games. These are very real tactics for soothing and calming yourself. We have everything that we need. Your body is full of pressure points that will soothe you, but more readily is your breath. Learning some breathing techniques that calm and soothe you, and really one so simple that Spirit was talking to me about this morning, is first being mindful. It's not 24/7 that you'll be thinking about it, but Spirit will bring to your mind when you need to relax. You don't really realize it, but we spend a lot of time very tense. When you're driving, you're not all that relaxed. When you're just sitting, you're not all that relaxed. But Spirit is saying to take on this meditative posture every time you are alerted to your current posture. And what that means is recognize when you are tense. In the moment, you're doing a body scan and noticing that you're not as loose, as limber, as relaxed as you should be. And anytime you notice that, take a deep breath, inhale through your nose, and long, exaggerated breath. And if you're able to, with sound, or whatever your sound sounds like, and slowly let that breath out. Exhale. And as you exhale, relax all of the muscles you possibly can to the best of your ability in the moment without wrecking if you're driving or, obstructing your current situation. But you can do that. And if you're around people and you don't want to be looking crazy, taking this long, loud exhale, just do it silently. And just allow your muscles to relax. Spirit said that is going to extend your life and longevity more so. In your tasks, it's going to prevent some injuries and it'll keep you from carrying so much stress between massages. If you rarely get massages and you are in a financial position to do that, do that. Also, check with your health insurance provider and see if there is some measure of massage that they actually cover, because many of them do. If you have like a HSA, a health savings account, or a flex spend account, they also reimburse you for massages and things like that, acupuncture, just a number of things. Look at your eligibility on those different insurances to see what they cover and utilize your insurance to the maximum capacity, okay? You paying for it, go and have some things done in the way of massages and acupuncture and whatever they will cover. that is not um, like an actual medical procedure type situation, but care for yourself in this way and through your insurance is one of the easier ways to do it. They've already taken that money out of your pocket, so use that for as much as you can. Not just getting random procedures. Spirit keep bringing me back to this. I can't imagine. Anyway, I don't need to imagine. Not just for random procedures. Use it for other healthcare, self care modalities where possible and necessary. Massages, I feel like, are necessary. A lot of time going to the chiropractor is necessary. You don't often realize how misaligned you actually are until you go and visit the chiropractor. And another thing that people don't know is that a lot of times if you struggle with a lot of allergies, when you go get cracked up by that chiropractor, sometimes that helps your allergy situation. Anyway, yeah, this message has run pretty long, but I imagine that you get and you picking up what Spirit is putting down. So I'm gonna release y'all in love and in light, and I hope that this message finds you well, in good spirits, and just completely excited about the things that are to come in this next phase of your journey. Because Spirit got some stuff for you. It's sweet stuff. It is sweet, sweet stuff. But that's it. Again, I leave you this message in love and in light only and always. And until the next time, Sugar Plum. Toodles.